He took my hair and like was dragging me across like the
accuser doesn't want to.
Those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything.
Federal agents are diving deep into Diddy's life as they investigate serious allegations, and they've made a surprising discovery in the tunnels connected to his mansion.
Former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe
videotaped these sexual encounters. So that is exactly the kind of evidence that you would want to go to someone's home to see if you could find. So I would expect that that was probably included in the search warrants, both at the same time, because once you hit one house, the subject knows that you're probably going to hit the other houses looking for the same.
Federal agents uncovered more than expected during the raid on Diddy's Los Angeles mansion, pulling even more high-profile Hollywood names into the spotlight. Reports say the mansion was searched following an anonymous tip accusing Diddy of involvement in suspicious activities. Despite attempts by his staff to interfere, agents pressed on, eventually reaching his private quarters. There, they discovered something shocking: a hidden underground tunnel. Allegedly, this tunnel connects to other celebrity properties, including Michael Jackson's famous estate. The internet quickly lit up with theories, with some speculating that the tunnel might even lead to the Playboy Mansion, another location long rumored to have secret passageways and known for hosting extravagant parties similar to Diddy's.
Hef pretended he wasn't involved in any hard use at the mansion, but that was just a lie. Quaaludes down the line were used for sex. Everything felt good to touch, everything felt soft and soft focus, and it was lovely. Usually you just took a half. Now, if you took two, you'd pass out. It was such a seduction, and the men knew this, that they could get girls to do just about anything they wanted if they gave them a Quaalude. Before I met her, I had never done it in my life, and I was just a young, naive girl that didn't know the ways of the world.
I worked for Hefner at the Playboy Mansion in LA from late 1977 to mid-1989 as Hef's secretary and then eventually executive assistant. Quaaludes were, we called them the leg spreaders, you know, I mean, and I don't know that I want to get that crude, but that is what the whole point of them was, you know. They were a necessary evil, if you will, to the partying. We would have prescriptions in some of our names. There were prescriptions in Sandra's name, and Hef's name, and my name. There was a prescription in Mary's name. We kept a desk calendar that just would say, you know, Lisa's Q, or Hef's Q, or Sandra's Q. That enabled certainly 4, and sometimes 5 different prescriptions for the same medication to feed them.
One journalist even speculated that the tunnel could function as an underwater swimming route, potentially leading to a hidden grotto.
Mansion, but you may not believe what went on under it. Playboy magazine reports it has just discovered blueprints for a network of tunnels beneath the mansion that supposedly led to the homes of Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, James Caan.
Will you watch yourself, Mom?
And Kirk Douglas. Now dig this. A photo from the late 70s allegedly showing an excavation in progress beneath the mansion. And this one shows the newly discovered tunnel plans. Check out the bunny logo on the plywood wall. Best of all, the blueprint. It says this tunnel leads to James Caan's house. This one to Jack Nicholson's. This one to Kirk Douglas's. And this one goes all the way to Warren Beatty.
Since Diddy's arrest on September 16th, the investigation has only intensified, even as he continues to deny all allegations. Despite mounting evidence in court, Diddy appeared calm and smiling, but the growing controversy hints that there may be more at play than he's revealing. Sources have drawn attention to cryptic remarks Diddy made about recycling and plastics, which are now suspected to be coded references to illegal activities. A previously unnoticed recorded conversation, once seen as harmless, has taken on a darker meaning as new details emerge.
None of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we told.
An anonymous tip from a neighbor about suspicious activity at Diddy's mansion pushed federal agents to ramp up their investigation. And now, every corner and tunnel is under scrutiny. One person who might hold valuable information is Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who was in a relationship with him for over 10 years.
You know that was going on in the world of Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that the world didn't know. What did you know back then, 4 years ago?
That Cassie was gonna come forward. If I explain how I knew, that could hurt some people. Which is why the last time I sat on this blue couch, I said what I said. And congratulations, Young Miami. Congratulations, Young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did. Run as fast as Cassie did.
You did say that. That was a bar.
Yeah, you said it.
I'll put it to you this way. There are mutual acquaintances between her and I. And that's as far as I can go.
Okay. I
don't talk to her, but I speak to her.
Did you get a chance to see her indictment, what she claimed happened?
Oh, no, I reviewed all the files, and everything that she said is everything that I said 3.5 years ago. Exactly what I said it was.
Were you surprised about anything that came in?
No.
Cassie has accused Diddy of years of abuse and exploitation. In November, she filed a lawsuit under the New York Adult Survivors Act, detailing disturbing incidents of physical violence and forced involvement in compromising situations. Her claims have sparked a wave of others coming forward, with reports suggesting there could be up to 120 victims. The allegations have shaken the public, and social media is buzzing with outrage. Many are demanding answers, pressing for the names of other celebrities involved and asking when more arrests will follow.
Not one celebrity that he hung with is speaking up for him. Snoop and Puffy was so close. Closer than most.
Really?
They would do things together and party together, do things that it was uncomfortable for two men to be that way. Trey, Russell Simmons,
You think
everybody knew who Puffy did. This the big question is this. Not one person didn't know that Puffy was Usher. Not one person didn't know what the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber.
What was that? What'd they do to him? Because there's a lot of speculation out there, but nobody, I've heard things, but what did they really do to him?
Had sex with him.
When he was a kid?
I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber. And this is when that happened if Justin Bieber came from a wealthy family. Justin Bieber pretty much came from a poor family, but the young man was so talented, and he could have been bigger than Michael Jackson. But the question of the stuff he allowed these grown men to do to this little boy is unhealthy. It's tough. No grown men supposed to be getting high and doing the drinking for the kids.
Hey, Suge, Justin Bieber has been getting this out in different ways. You could see it in his.
The scale of these allegations is staggering, and rumors are circulating that several high-profile figures have quietly paid to avoid public scrutiny. With each new development, the story becomes even more shocking. One of the most fascinating twists is the discovery of the tunnels. Speculation is growing about a possible underwater swimming tunnel linking Diddy's mansion to the Playboy Mansion, a location already known for its fair share of controversies. The intrigue around these hidden passageways only adds to the mystery surrounding the case.
They found underground tunnels at Diddy's homes. This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. Now, this is all alleged, of course, but they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion? There's no available evidence right now. However, reports are noting that Combs mansions do have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. They say it's not connected to the Playboy Mansion, but there is a reason why the Playboy Mansion keeps coming up. 10 years ago, They were building underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion for people like Jack Nicholson for his birthday. So this way, they don't have to go through the outside, but go underground in secret to the Playboy Mansion to do God knows what. You can see the sketches here of these underground tunnels being built. They were working on it, and it was supposed to connect celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, Michael Jackson, just to name a few. As reported by People magazine, these underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion were sealed off in the 1980s.
The district attorney's firm stance shows a clear determination to hold Diddy accountable, no matter how entrenched his actions may be in the music industry's culture. The raid on Diddy's properties uncovered alarming evidence that strengthened the prosecution's case. Authorities reportedly seized firearms and electronic devices, which are said to contain photos and videos from his notorious parties, often referred to as freak-offs.
If he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught spilling a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them allegedly led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form of fashion, you got that alcohol you got in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you got to take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody.
In a shocking twist, authorities reportedly discovered over 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil during the raid, a disturbing detail suggesting premeditation. The scale of these items raises serious concerns about the organized nature of these gatherings, hinting at something far more sinister than previously believed. As investigators dig deeper, the fallout threatens to implicate more high-profile figures, potentially shaking up the entertainment industry. Rumors are swirling around celebrities like Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, and Jay-Z, all known to have been close to Diddy. Leonardo DiCaprio and other A-listers were frequent guests at his parties, but many have chosen to stay silent or quietly prepare for potential backlash. Jay-Z's name has been the first to surface in connection to the scandal, with reports suggesting his alleged involvement may soon come to light.
against Jay-Z, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party. A federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, Jay-Z's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks, and asking them to tone it down.
This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, and a 13-year-old girl at an after party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
And just the day before this ruling, Jay-Z's wife Beyonce and his daughter Blue Ivy making a heralded appearance during a halftime of the Ravens-Texans game on Christmas Day on Netflix, performing a live show to an audience of more than 27 million viewers.
And just this morning, Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, releasing a statement to ABC News, writing, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or..."
And since then, there have been numerous additional lawsuits, each one more shocking than the last.
Really crazy that time. We was upstairs and he had like, we were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back and he stood over me and he started like punching me like this. Like he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head and I was just like covering my face. And he did that and then after he got done doing that, he like, cause he was standing, his legs were like in between me, so he stomped on my stomach like really hard and I like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe and he kept hitting me and I was like pleading to him like, can you stop? I can't breathe. And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head. Cause he was just avoiding my face when he was like hitting me. Wow. The next big fight we got into was I can't remember if it was like in November or beginning of December of last year. At that point I was like fighting back because I just had enough of this. And pushed me to the ground outside, and he took my hair and like was dragging me across like the grass in my hair with my hair, and then after that, like a couple hours later, like it was the weekend, so we had people coming over, and he just like acted like nothing happened. So I mean, but that's all the time, like every time.
Now when you say acting like nothing happened, like what were his mannerisms?
Like he was just dancing and like laughing and talking to me like we just didn't just get into a physical fight.
When was the last time he put hands on you? When was the last time?
It was like November, December of last year.
Of 2018?
Yeah. That was the last time.
And tell me about that incident. That
was the meditation room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot.
Will the investigation reveal the full scope of Diddy's alleged empire, or will more secrets stay hidden? Only time will tell as the drama unfolds.
Arrived at this party, not everybody was let in. No, they were judged based on their attractiveness. Only the attractive people would be let into this party. And that is important because she claims she was let into the party, her sibling was not. Essentially meaning she was alone. Now, as further evidence that she had won this contest, took the trip, went to the party, embedded in this complaint are what appears to be photos that she took with celebrities at the party, including rappers Babs and Bone Crusher. And here is where everything takes a turn. I'm going to read directly from the complaint. Well, at the party, there was no bar for partygoers to get drinks. Instead, pre-made drinks were being circulated throughout the party by waitresses. After less than 2 pre-made drinks provided by the waitresses, plaintiff began to feel sick and tried to go to the restroom. By the way, this echoes what we have seen before with other allegations of Sean Combs. The allegation that he had sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl, by the way, back in 2000 at a VMA's after party. I believe in that complaint, it was that she had just taken a drink that was being offered and all of a sudden began to get sick. Moving on. The next memory plaintiff has is a waking at St. Vincent's Medical Center of New York. Photographs of the statement of account from that medical center and a hospital ID band, again, appear to be embedded in the complaint as well. It goes on. Plaintiff has no memory or no recollection on how she ended up at the hospital. When plaintiff regained consciousness at the hospital, she noticed her shirt was ripped, her underwear was missing, she was not wearing any shoes, and the money she had traveled with was stolen. The only money plaintiff had remaining was a $20 bill. Plaintiff was admitted to the St. Vincent Hospital, treated, and released. And she explains that when she was released, she was a tourist. She had never been to New York City before. There were no smartphones, so she really couldn't figure out how to get back to her hotel. She claimed she had to hail a taxi and used the only money she had left, the $20 bill, to get her back. The complaint goes on. When plaintiff returned to her hotel, she called a friend and explained she was not sure what happened to her. But plaintiff believed she was assaulted, robbed, with no memory of how she arrived at the hospital, as her last memory was being at Diddy's black party. And then she claims she ends up flying back home. But then, this is where things take yet another turn. The complaint reads, the day after plaintiff returned home from New York, she received a call from a New York area code with an anonymous